Hello, I'm back again, and I want to share with you something that is going to make selling a whole lot easier for you. You know, this morning I was talking with a coaching client, and we were walking through a big event that he's going to be doing in September. In fact, I'm actually flying over to Hungary to speak at this event. There's going to be over 1,000 entrepreneurs in the audience, which is going to be awesome. And anyway, I was walking him through this diagram, and it doesn't look like you can see it properly. Okay, so hang on one second. I'm going to flip it around. Say hi to the guys. Okay, hang on. Okay, now I'll flip that. There we go. Okay, there we go. So, here's the deal. So, I was explaining to... Wait, is it working? Okay, we're good. Can you see it okay? Can you see that diagram? You read it okay? Okay, let me know in the comments. Anyways, here's the deal. I was explaining to him that when you're selling anything, it doesn't matter whether you're selling it from stage, whether you're selling it in a product launch, whether you're selling it in emails, whatever it is, there are two things that you need to know that will make selling very, very easy for you, okay? That's it, two things. First thing is their external problem or challenge. Now, I learned this from a gentleman by the name of Don Miller. He has a whole course called Story Brand. Highly recommend you go check it out. But essentially, the external problem is whatever your customer or client or whatever would be searching on Google for a solution for. So if it's their business, they might be searching for solutions for how to generate more leads or how to convert more sales or how to improve their Facebook ad conversions, whatever it is. It's an external problem that they're searching for a solution for. But the real magic is when you discover their internal problem. And now the internal problem is the conversation that your client or customer has in their head, but they don't vocalize it. But when you give voice to that same thing that they're thinking, you immediately connect with them right here at the heart, and it makes selling so much easier. So let me give you an example. Like when I sold my software company, Wishlist Member, it was a really tough decision for me. And part of the reason it was so tough was because there were so many things that were going through my mind, and the internal conversation that I was having was, is this business a one-hit wonder? Will I be able to repeat my success with this? Will people want to do business with me now that I'm no longer associated with Wishlist? Am I putting my family in jeopardy? Like, these were all the things that were keeping me up at night. These were the things that I was thinking. So your internal problem or challenge are the things that people think but don't necessarily vocalize. They're the things that keep them up at night. And when you speak to those things, my goodness, that's when people are drawn to you like gangbusters. So the question becomes, how do you figure this out? How do you discover this? Well, here's my methodology for this, okay? I'm going to walk you through it. Behind me, you're going to see 4 rings. You see them? Ring 1, 2, 3, and 4. And there could be more. There could be 5, 6, even 7 rings. And the more rings that you have, the better, actually. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk you through how I get to the internal problem or challenge. And we start with ring number 1. You notice these ones are black. These are typically the external problem or challenge that people are looking to solve. So in our case, let's just say that somebody wants, you've got a product that's going to help their business make more money, okay? So the first thing is that they want more money, okay? So they want to make more money. So then you got to ask yourself this. So what? Why do they want more money? Well, it might be because they want more freedom. So what? Why do they want more freedom? Maybe they want to spend more time with their kids. So what? Why do they want to spend more time with their kids? Because they want to be a great dad, in my case. So what? Why do they want to be a great dad? Maybe because they had a great father themselves and they want to live up to that. Or maybe they didn't have a great father and they want to do the complete opposite for them and their kids, or they see the value in it. So once you get like 1 or 2 rings out, that's when you really start to get dialed in to the internal conversation that people are having. Okay, so this is how you make magic happen, because in your marketing, you actually want to spend more time on the outer rings, on the internal problem or challenge, the internal conversation that people are having. That's where you want to actually put most of your marketing emphasis, because that's what's going to connect with people here. And when you connect with people here, you reduce the friction, the speed, and you make it a whole lot easier to make sales, because people feel like you know them. And when they feel like you know them, well, then you have their trust. And as a result, anything that you recommend thereafter is going to be a lot easier, because they're like, this person knows me. They know exactly how I think and feel and the challenges that I'm experiencing. And so it creates a sense of trust. You know, back in the day, like when I was building my business, this was one of the very first things that happened to me on the flip side, where I was the customer or the client, and I was attending a speaking event where a gentleman was teaching us how to build our speaking business. And, you know, I was a young speaker, I was just getting started, and he started talking not only about the external problems or challenges, which was like getting more speaking engagements and things of that nature, but he started talking a lot about the internal problems or challenges, which for a speaker is like, well, if people aren't booking me, then maybe my stuff's not good enough. Maybe people don't care about what I have to say. Maybe it's not worth sharing. You know, so these are the internal conversations that start happening when they're up at night and that are keeping them up at night. So when he started speaking to that, I was immediately drawn to him. I was like, how does he know that this is the thing that I'm thinking? And what ended up happening was I ended up doubling down and learning as much as I could from this person. I ended up, long story short, I ended up working for him for many years, because I was just so drawn to the fact that he just magically knew all my problems and challenges, and he had solutions for them. So when you dial into these outer rings, and I encourage you to go further, maybe like ring 5, ring 6, ring 7, go as deep and as far as you can. That's when you really start to touch on the magic of what people really want, and it makes selling a whole lot easier when you discover that. So keep asking the question, so what? It'll lead you to the next ring. Just keep following that further and further out. All right, so to make selling easy, all you got to do is you got to get clear on, 1, the external problem. What would people type into Google and search for a solution for? That's the external problem. Then the second thing is the internal problem, and that is the conversation they're having in their head they're not talking about. If you can dial into that conversation and give voice to that, people are going to be drawn to you like crazy. All right, that's it. I would love to know your thoughts on the external and internal problem. How do you discover what your market wants? How do you discover what their problems or challenges are? Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video, Facebook Live, maybe another video, who knows. Anyways, all right, I'll see you soon. Bye.